Why the rich pretend they're broke and it makes them richer. The strange paradox of wealth. It's a quiet dinner in a modest suburban restaurant. A man walks in, plain hoodie, beat-up sneakers, no jewelry, no flash. You wouldn't even glance twice at him. But he's worth $40 million. And he likes it that way. This is the paradox of modern wealth. The richer someone is, the more they seem to want to disappear into the crowd. While most people are flexing rented Lamborghinis, the truly wealthy are silently investing in farmland, tax strategies, and multifamily real estate. No selfies, no attention, just quiet power. But why? Why do rich people, with all their resources, choose to pretend to be poor? Because wealth today isn't about showing off. It's about protecting freedom, avoiding predators, and playing long-term games. And if you stay with me, I'll break down exactly how the wealthy master stealth wealth, hide in plain sight, and quietly dominate the world while everyone else chases likes. Flex culture versus real wealth. In today's world, most people equate wealth with lifestyle. The luxury watches, the sports cars, the private jets on Instagram. But real wealth is invisible. Flex culture thrives on dopamine and insecurity. People buy things they can't afford to impress people they don't even like. But rich people? They know something most don't. The more you show, the more you owe, in taxes and threats and envy. Truly wealthy individuals don't need validation. They've already won. They're playing a different game. That's why the richest people often dress the poorest. Mark Zuckerberg wears the same $20 t-shirt. Warren Buffett lives in a house he bought in the 1950s. Billionaires in tech often drive Toyotas. They don't care about perception. They care about preservation, of wealth, of peace, of power. The psychology behind stealth wealth. At its core, stealth wealth is psychological self-defense. When you appear rich, you attract parasites, fake friends, gold diggers, lawsuits, beggars, thieves, and worst of all, the government's attention. But when you appear average, you gain the most powerful advantage, invisibility. The stealthy rich don't hide their wealth because they're ashamed of it. They hide it because they understand the dark side of human nature. Envy is real. Resentment is dangerous. People love you when they think you're just like them, until they realize you're not. By blending in, the rich maintain control over their time, safety, and decision-making. They can live life on their terms, free from judgment or manipulation. Stealth wealth, the ultimate power move. In the age of surveillance, social media, and financial overexposure, being invisible is the ultimate luxury. This is why stealth wealth has become a lifestyle among the ultra-rich. They set up trusts instead of bank accounts, hold assets through LLCs, and drive 10-year-old cars with private plates. They fly under the radar while their money works silently in offshore accounts, index funds, and rental properties. Stealth wealth isn't just a financial tactic. It's a life philosophy. A way of saying, I don't need the world to know who I am. I just need control. And control is something the poor trade for clout every single day. How rich people disguise their wealth. Most people wouldn't recognize a millionaire even if they walked past them at Walmart, and that's by design. Rich people use specific tactics to appear financially average. They live in modest neighborhoods, to avoid attention. They wear simple clothes, to avoid envy. They register their assets under companies, to avoid lawsuits. They take low salaries, to avoid taxes. They move like ghosts, but behind the scenes, they own entire blocks, digital businesses, equity stakes in 5 startups, and commercial properties bringing in $100,000 per month. The disguise isn't a trick. It's a survival strategy. Because once the spotlight hits, everything becomes a liability. The cost of looking rich. Here's the brutal truth. Most people look rich but are one paycheck away from disaster. The car is leased. The watch is financed. The apartment is rented. And worse, they're stuck. One wrong move and the whole illusion collapses. Meanwhile, the man who seems broke, has 0 debt, 10 income streams, and freedom to disappear tomorrow if he wanted to. The price of looking rich is your future. That's why they're buying cash-flowing assets instead of flashy liabilities. They invest in silence, not applause. Silent rich versus loud broke. The loud broke are everywhere, flaunting clothes, posting luxury trips they can't afford, talking big on borrowed time. The silent rich? They let their net worth speak for them. They listen more, talk less, and make moves in silence. You won't even know they're there until they buy the company you work for. Real examples of stealth wealth. Take Ronald Red, a janitor and gas station attendant in Vermont. Lived modestly. Drove an old car. Nobody suspected he was worth $8 million. He left almost all of it to charity. Why you should start practicing stealth wealth now? You might be thinking, But I'm not rich yet. Why should I care? Because you don't build wealth by acting poor, you build wealth by acting invisible. Start today. Stop telling people your income. Stop flexing online. Start investing quietly. Build anonymous assets. The less people know, the safer your future. Stealth wealth is not about lying. It's about strategy. And if you can't control your image now, you won't survive when real money starts flowing in. Final truth: stealth is the new status symbol. In a world obsessed with followers and fame, the ultimate flex is anonymity. Stealth wealth isn't just for the rich, it's the path to becoming rich. Because when you stop chasing image, you start building substance. When you stop showing off, you start stacking real power. And when the world finally notices you, it's too late, because you already own half of it. Hit that subscribe button if you're building your empire one smart move at a time. New videos every Tuesday and Friday.